time for another vlog. I haven't vlogged in so long. I haven't, actually, that's not true. I did vlog a little bit at the fancy festival. I just finished scheduling the video to go up tomorrow. I'm so behind on everything, so I apologize for that. I don't know what happened in September. I didn't read very much, and I haven't vlogged anything. I haven't filmed anything. Even if I do have some ideas, all I've been focusing on is obviously work stuff and my sort of fitness training, dieting thing that's going on right now. That takes a lot of focus and social stuff. So that's just what happened. And I've been watching The Crown. I started it before the Queen died. I just want to mention that. But yeah, just want to mention that I started that because I've wanted to for a while, but I had issues. I had to watch Netflix on my laptop, and I just didn't. The remote to my Apple TV was gone, and it, like, I don't know when that I lost that. It was way before I moved. I thought I would find it when I moved, but I didn't. So I think I might have actually thrown it in the trash without knowing it. I'm not sure. Where I mean, I figured I would have found it when I was moving, but I didn't. But anyway, I have been living fine without it because I have been able to use the remote on my phone. There's sort of an app remote, and that's been useful and working very fine for me. I don't have a smart TV, so I've always just used. I didn't have a smart TV, so I've always used Apple TV. But then Apple decided to change the app so that the remote app was in the control center, which is fine. But they changed it so now that I have to use a PIN code in order to activate it. But how can I do that when I don't have a remote? So I can't use that unless I can stream it from my phone to the screen. I could use AirPlay, that's no problem. But the problem is Netflix don't want to do that from their app. So I haven't been watching Apple TV since Netflix since May, June, on my TV. When I watched Stranger Things, I watched it all on my laptop. So that was because I was desperate to watch the Stranger Things thing. But now I do have a smart TV. I bought a new one, and everything's good. So I am watching The Crown. I decided it was an investment because my old TV was old. It was used a lot of power, electricity stuff. And I could actually shut off a bunch of like a TV package I have. I don't need that when I can have all of the apps because I do have several apps. So now I need to just cancel my subscription to that TV box and just as soon as I get fiber internet. That's what I'm waiting for. So then I can be okay because I have apps to watch some of the Flow TV that I do want to watch. And I have apps like Netflix, Disney, and stuff. So I am covered. But anyway, I've been watching a lot of The Crown, and The Crown has like hour-long episodes. So every time I start one, I can't seem to stop it, and I will just watch like two episodes at least in the evenings. And today I've been editing the video. No, I edited the video one morning on my phone. If you remember, I'm still filming on my phone, so if anything's off with the quality, that's why. But I edited everything on my phone, and as I did back in the old days, it's very much quicker in the old way, but I can't seem to move video clips from my phone without exporting them to a video file. So I just edit it on my phone and add covers, layers, um, text stuff, music, um, my intro stuff, and stuff like that when I get it onto my computer. So that's how things are going now. I don't know when or if I'll get a new camera. I am missing that one. It's I'm very sad about it. Until it can open like that, but the screen all black. So something from the connection there to the screen, and also if I want to shut it off again, it can't roll all the way back in. I have to push it. So yeah, it's broken. I'm very sad about it. I don't understand what happened, but apparently it wasn't fastened well enough, which I feel like I tried it out, but it wasn't. Also, I have something with my eye today. Don't know if you can see it, but I feel like it's an ingrown hair eyelash or something like that. I'm not sure. It hurts. But what I wanted to do today, because this was a rambly start, 7 minutes, is I want to get started on the Harlequin Romance vlog because I feel like reading them. And I have just downloaded all of the romances to my Kindle. So I need to get started. Let's see what it says about the romance line. You know how it went last time? The presents line didn't work for me very well at all. If you haven't watched it, then I have a vlog, a clip of it up here if you want to see everything going downhill from the get-go. I was very excited when I started and I ended up on a bad note. So that wasn't a good success. But I hope that this is better. I don't know why. I think it's the titles that are similar to the presents in the romance line. So I'm hoping that's just how they titled the things and not about how it's going to be, what it's going to be about. But the first title is The Marriage of Inconvenience by Nina Singh. This is a standalone and it was published in 2017. That was an order the other way around because before that on the list was Pregnant with a Royal Baby. I mean, you can see what I mean. Like the royal stuff, the pregnant accidental baby thing, and Marriage of Convenience, obviously. But Marriage of Convenience has been in multiple of the lines, so I don't think of that. But the whole royalty stuff thing. But yeah, I hope this is better. But this is Pregnant with a Royal Baby by Susan Meyer. And this is her first book in The Princess of Saviera. Possibly that's how you're saying it. This was published in 2016. And yeah, as I said, Marriage of Convenience was from 17. Then we have A Road Trip with a Billionaire by Sophie Pembroke. This is also a standalone. And this was published in 2018. So I have those 3 books, and hopefully I will enjoy one of them or all of them. That would be great. Nothing has beaten the intrigue line yet, but maybe romance will be the one. We'll see. Very excited. Let's pull up the first one. I really don't like Goodreads' new page for their covers. I don't like how it's different. All of the things are different. Anyway, Marrying for the Baby's Sake. Yeah. Prince Dominic Sancho has always lived up to his family's royal expectations until one irresistibly spontaneous night with teacher Ginny Jones has dramatic repercussions. She's now carrying the next heir to Saviera's throne. There's only one solution: a royal wedding. A marriage of convenience is Ginny's worst nightmare, but for their baby's sake, she says, I do. And as the royal couple jet off on their honeymoon, she begins to realize that beneath the royal etiquette, Dominique is a daddy and a loving husband in the making. So it sounds better than the presents line. It doesn't sound as pretentious. So I'm hoping it worked better for me. So that is the first one. Maybe we should take all of the sort of books and talk about them in the beginning. This it says her lawfully wedded husband again. Okay. When Angeline Scott's business is in trouble, she turns to the one man who can help, R.J. David. She needs him to pose as her husband to secure a vital deal. Surely that shouldn't be too difficult, seeing as RJ played that role spectacularly well until their marriage fell apart. Opening the door to RJ again makes Angel realize something immediately. She's never gotten over him, but can she convince him of that before this deal is struck and he walks out of her life once more? So, a second chance romance? Okay, that can work. And then we have Road Trip with the Best Man. And just before I get into it, I think this is the one I'm gonna like the most. That's my prediction. So we'll see if that sticks when I'm done with this video. And I remember hearing about this one from Sarah from the Bookers Knitter. She was talking about it and really enjoyed it. And I was very intrigued already then. So, yeah. This says, a jilted bride and a best man, and a journey that will change their lives. With a dream wedding in tatters, Dawn Featherington resolves to track down her errant groom and demand answers. But there's one obstacle in her way. Billionaire best man Cooper Edwards, not trusting her intentions, cynical divorcee, refuses to let her go alone. But with each passing mile, Cooper begins to realize that they could be on the road to happily ever after. I don't always like the blurbs. But I just remember Sarah talking about this one and I was very intrigued. So those are the 3 books that I'll be reading for this vlog. So yeah, this was my update for now. I will check in with you on a later date. At least when I have something new to tell you and I've actually started the book. Because right now I'm actually going to bed and see if I can read a little bit before I fall asleep. So that's my plan. See ya. Hello, my friends. It is Monday evening at 9:45. Wanted to check in with an update of my reading of the Harlequin Romance. I have started on the first one. Okay, it's Monday the 10th today. I've been to the gymnastics today for like an hour and a half. So Mondays I won't get a lot of reading in, but at least I'm done watching The Crown now, so I don't have that distraction, which is good. But it has made me question everything about this one. I am 36% in. Hold on. 36% in. And I'm liking it. I enjoy the writing style so far. We're following this girl who is pregnant and like after a one-night stand with a prince. She does know that he's a prince, but like it's like a spur of the moment kind of thing. And then she finds out that she's pregnant. She talks to him and he requests that they marry because it's the heir to the throne. And so she has to do a fake engagement, fake marriage thing for like a couple of years, and then they can separate and lead to divorce, but she has to like stay. Like the best solution is she has to stay in the new country with the baby, so that because if she moves, she'll have to have like it would be a lot more difficult for her and the baby and the way that they have to be brought up, taught and stuff. So yeah, but what I'm it's nice enough. I like the characters so far. They're all right. But one of the things that I've been thinking about is I don't know also if it's because I've been reading so many like fantasies, like high fantasies with people having kids out of wedlock and they would just be considered bastards and not real heirs. So that thought just popped into my head. Also, I don't think this is how like they would have done it in England if it had happened and someone had a baby with someone. They would just have tried to make it a secret, not caring about it, and then move on with whatever it is, and the firstborn in that marriage would be the actual heir, sort of covering things up. I think I'm more reluctant to think that that's how people would have done it, but I mean I do think it's okay and fair that they do it this way. Probably better that they don't ignore the fact that he like has a baby somewhere. So in that way, it's pretty okay. I don't know. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what will happen. I guess the wedding is going to happen pretty soon. She's about designing wedding dresses and stuff. So yeah. But I'm enjoying it more or less. I really haven't been reading very much the past couple of weeks. I've listened to quite some audio and I finished two audios so far this month, I think. But they've both been pretty good. So in that way it's okay, not great. I think I must have finished more than two though. I haven't written it down and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this was my update for now. We'll see you later. Bye. Hello, friends. It is Sunday evening, and I finished the first book. Pregnant with a Royal Baby was the first one, and I finished it. And I mean, it's okay. I think I don't know. I enjoyed it quite okay. I think I'm at a 3.5 star. I'm not a full 4, and I'm on my way to bed. I do actually have this week off from work, but I'm a little bit tired and I wanted to get started on the next book. So I'm going to bring my Kindle to bed and start the next book. My feet are hurting. I don't know, my ankles. The reason for not giving it a higher rating is probably there are places where I didn't connect with the romance, and then there are things about the sort of whole royal aspects of it that just didn't work for me, just in terms of like regular things that like is very common in royal, like something about how you what you call like the certain titles or pronouns, because that's not what it is, but like what you call them. Like for instance, Your Majesty is only for the sovereign, so like only like the king and queen. Anyone else under that, like next in lines and stuff, would be royal highnesses. And multiple times during this, the prince who was going to take off over the throne one day was called Your Royal Highness, no, Your Majesty, like multiple times, and it just annoyed me a little that the etiquette was wrong in that. And then there are things like, but then I don't know how like royal families would be in like Arabic countries, because I don't know if that was like this, but it seems like it was, because like the way that it was built up was that they had the king and queen and they were like but then they had the sheikhs who were like the most important after them. And I mean there are royalties like kingdoms, I guess, that could have been like where the king and queen are the one that actually does all of the deciding, like the political stuff. But most places with royal houses, they don't have any political influence at all. They can't control a war. They can't decide if there's going to be a war, what to do. That's something that's for the parliament only. They can sort of guide and make sure that the government isn't like, if there's like, I don't know how to say this, but they don't have any political influence at all. At least that's how it is in England. That's how it is in Denmark and in Sweden and Norway and Holland, I believe, as well. Belgium, and Spain, probably too. So that's like the thing, that they can't have any political influence. I think in Denmark they're actually allowed to vote, but they don't do it because they've decided not to, in order to not confused about their things. Anyway, I don't know. It just, there was just a couple of things like this that bugged me a little bit, and I mean, it could have be that it was different other places, so that dragged it down a little bit. But otherwise, I thought it was okay. So it was a lot better than the Presents books that I read. At least that was not. It's just that it didn't have that oomph. So there's potential for the other ones, because it doesn't seem like there's going to be that whole manhandling things going on in these ones. We'll see, but at least not in the first one. So I'm very happy about that. So far, so good. Yeah, hold on. I will change into night stuff, and then I'm gonna get talking about the next book. Hold on. Hello again. The next book is going to be Marriage of Inconvenience. The Marriage of Inconvenience by, not Nina Singh. Was it? Yeah, Nina Singh, I think. And yeah, another fake marriage thing happening, or at least, as you said, marriage of convenience, not inconvenience. But yeah, I am getting ready to start this, and we'll get back to you later on how it's going. Next week is actually a week off from work, as I said. I think I mentioned that, but yeah. So I will be hopefully having some time to read, but we'll see what happens. But I will be reading something now until I fall asleep, and see you tomorrow or next time. Bye. Hello, friends. It is now Monday. I wanted to check in with a reading update. I'm about 25% into it, 24, I think, into the next book. And so far, it's right. It's a second chance romance kind of thing happening. We are following a girl who is separated from her husband. They're not divorced because they haven't finalized any papers yet. But she is a high-end businesswoman. Like, she's the owner of a small business. I don't know if it's small, but it's a tea company. And in order to buy from this brand that she wanted to get, like it was a first mover kind of thing, they wanted to only work with people who are very family oriented. And so she told everyone that she was married. So now she has to like ask a favor from him in order to work out this deal, and he has to pretend to be her husband again for like a day. It was easier to just ask her ex, since they were technically married still, so it was not a direct lie in that way. So far so good. But she also agreed to help him with his business when like that is needed in a way. So yeah, I so far I liked it, and they have just had this pretend day, and there are definitely some unresolved feelings between them. So it's going to be interesting seeing how that's gonna go. Yeah, so that was just a quick update on what I think about the book right now. But now I might film a video that you'll be able to see probably before this one goes up. Um, yeah, see you later. Bye. Hello, friends. It is Sunday, the 30th of October, and I wanted to check in with an update because I did finish the second book yesterday. It was, what was it called? The Marriage of Inconvenience, which was a second chance romance following this woman who was a business owner of this tea company, and she was trying to get a new product to sell. But the people she wanted to buy the things from were actually wanted only to work with people like with a tight family, like relationships and stuff that valued those things. So she is separated from her husband. They're not divorced, and she asked him to help pretend to be her boyfriend again for the time being, just to help get the sale. It would just be one date, one evening, and then it would be okay. But then it ended up turning out to be they have to go visit the couple in I forgot the area, but I figure it's like East European country kind of thing. I'm figure like something like Bulgaria or something. That's where I think like it could have been. Like I imagine in my head, but it was not that. It was called something else. I think it was fictive, but I'm not sure. And yeah, so they suddenly have to go to the on this trip as well because they're invited to a wedding of the people that they don't know, but they want them to attend because it would they like invite a lot of people. Like it's a big festivities and big event. So yeah, they end up going because they still haven't gotten that business deal, and yeah, then things happen with the relationship. They start questioning why they um separated in the first place. Like they both have unresolved feelings for each other, and yeah. Overall, I thought it was okay. Again, like very middle of the road kind of romance. It wasn't like anything that swept me off my feet kind of thing in a way. But it was nice. It was an easy enough read, and I'm probably on about a 3 to 3.5 again for the same kind of book. But I started on the last book in for this round because I needed to read something in the car on my way to my brother's. His birthday is tomorrow, so we've just been celebrating his birthday today and tomorrow. So I started reading it in the car, and I'm about 50%, 45 to 50% into it now. And 49%. And so I am about halfway, and it follows this woman who is left at the altar kind of thing, and then goes on a road trip with the best man, which is the groom's brother, and he thinks no, the reason that he left her at the altar is apparently because he believes that she is after his money. He comes from a very big money, very important, yeah, big money, and she doesn't know this. That's why he stood her up. So, but she wants to go across the like go and find him and ask him to get some closure, to figure out what's going on. And Justin, who is the groom's brother-in-law, no brother, and the best man, reluctantly goes with her because he wants to try and make sure that it doesn't happen. And for some reason, they end up going on this cross-country road trip because he has his pet. Like the groom, like took her suitcase and everything with him, so she has no way of like going anywhere. Even though like she could have waited for him to mail it, but then she wouldn't figure out what actually happened with them. It's not the first time she's been stood up at the altar. She sort of needs a closure to figuring out what's wrong with herself. And yeah, so far I'm very much enjoying it. This is a lot better than any of the other two I've read. So I was also predicting I would like this one the best, but so far it's definitely fun. And I am enjoying the writing. So yeah, I might be reading some more of it now and see how far I get today. I hope that I'll be able to finish this before November. I have tomorrow to read, but tomorrow I'm also going to gymnastics after work, and after like tomorrow at gymnastics, because it's the last in the month, we also have like a cake and coffee thing after, which is something we do every last gymnastics session in the month, which isn't a lot of fun, but it means that I'll probably be home at around 9 p.m. ish, so I won't have super long. But these books are so easy and fairly short, and I do have at least half an hour now, maybe 45 minutes. We'll see how far I can get, and maybe I can read the remainder tomorrow after I come home. So I'm hoping I finish it because that would be great. I'm hoping that you're able to hear what I'm saying in this vlog, because I found out with some videos that I've been filming that half of the audio voice didn't appear in that, and I don't know if there's something off with the microphone on my phone. So that's also one of the reasons why I haven't been posting any videos lately, because it's difficult posting videos of something that you can't hear half of it. I forgot if I've already told you this, but just wanted to let you know. So if this comes up and the other things doesn't, it's because they're broken and I can't really fix them. So yeah, I hope that I will be able to work with this one anyway. So this was my update for now. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello friends. It is Monday now, the 31st, and I finished the last and final book for the Harlequin Romance vlog. So I finished Road Trip with the Best Man, and it's definitely my favorite of the 3 books that I've read for this this round. And I ended up giving, I think, a 4 out of 5 stars. I don't think it's a full 5 or 4.5. It's just a 4 stars, but I just definitely enjoyed it all the way through. I wanted to keep on reading it, and that's always a good sign that I'm enjoying the book. And yeah, so definitely I'm gonna look up more Sophie Pembroke. I already have another book of hers because I had a feeling about her being a good one, also because that was an interesting concept as well. I think the other one is called The Princess and the Rebel Billionaire, maybe. Or Millionaire? I'm not sure if it's Billionaire or Millionaire. By Sophie Pembroke. Yeah. And I think this is the romance between obviously a princess and a Formula One driver, and that's actually what caught my attention with that one, because I thought it was such a unique thing. I've never read any like motorsport kind of thing in a romance, so I thought it was pretty cool. So I'm definitely gonna read that one. So overall, the romance line worked a lot better for me than the presents line did it. The presents line is the only one that's disappointed me at this point. And I don't know exactly what I'm looking for now with the romance. So I think I'm just gonna try and see if I can find some good recommendations in somewhere, like from Sarah and maybe Bree, Aaron, and whoever else will be reading some of them. That would be good places to check out. I know at one point at least, Bree had her favorite line was the romance line. So maybe she has a lot of good recommendations in there. So there was no bad book. It's just like the other two were just okay. um, and yeah, but I'm happy I finished this vlog in time for wrapping up October. I hope that you can hear all of the things that I've been saying and I can actually upload this video, because otherwise I'll be pretty sad. But you know, I don't know what's happening with this phone any longer, and my camera is obviously broken. So yeah, but next time will be romantic suspense. So I will look forward to that. I think that will be December. So I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we'll be able to read some good romantic suspense in December and find the time to actually do it. December usually is a difficult month for me in terms of reading. I always am so busy, so I end up not reading a whole lot. But maybe things are different this year, and I'll end up actually finishing something. Because I have some years that I end up actually reading a lot, and then the other years I'll end up reading like one or two books. It's very up or down. I can never really tell. So yeah. Anyway, this was my final update for today. I'm sorry about my hair. I've been to the gymnastics today, and yeah, it's a little all over the place. I am yeah. I wanted to do this final update for you, and let you know that I finished everything and my thoughts, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video, the vlog, and I hope it will be uploaded, and I hope you have a wonderful time. Till next time. Bye.